Hey there guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another best class setup in Cold War video. Today we are of course talking about the MP5. Now, do you ever just jump into a game and you get absolutely demolished by someone and you're like, hey, what is that guy using? And then you're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Basically what happened was I was getting absolutely dunked on by this kid. He was shredding pretty much everybody in the lobby and I'm like, nah, no more. I'm stealing this kid's like actual loadout here. So this is stolen from some random kid in a pub game, but this is probably one of the best MP5 class setups that I've seen this year in Cold War. It basically has everything that you could want. Good accuracy, good range, good fire rate, easy to control recoil, and of course a very fast reload speed. All the things you need with a decent SMG class. Just before we do get into it here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. It does very much help me out, and I do very much appreciate it. We are of course still on our way towards 4,000 subscribers. We're heading there very, very quickly, and it's very, very exciting to see all of the new faces around here. So this is a very, very good class setup in this game, so let's talk about it here. So of course, as usual, the video will have the timestamps on the loading bar and of course in the description, so if you are looking for something specific, make sure you do go check it out there. But of course, we're going to be starting off with our secondary here. We've got to get the complete class setup first, so we're talking about our Akimbo Magnums. Now, somebody else, a different person in a very similar lobby to that one, was using this and absolutely dominated me, and it felt like he was just getting lucky and I get super unlucky, but I mean, I tried out his class setup and it absolutely dominates people. It's ridiculous. So the agency suppressor is what you want to start with for that recoil control. Then of course the task force barrel. This does seem a little bit counterintuitive, but you do get more damage, range, and of course bullet velocity. Then of course that 5mm laser for that hip fire accuracy. Then of course that 12 round salvo fast mag. A Rooney, basically all you get is a very fast reload speed and the most amount of bullets to fire. And then basically you get the dual wield as well, which does unlock at weapon max level 35. In the tactical, we are of course using the stim shot because getting that extra chance per life is super, super powerful in this game. The lethal slot, you can pretty much choose whatever you do prefer here. I like the Semtex or the C4, but you can pretty much choose any of the 5 available options. In the field upgrade slot, we're going with the jammer at the moment because there is a little bit of a bug that is occurring. Oh, I'm not even sure whether it is a bug or not, because there is a bug with the harp killstreak, that advanced UAV style effect. If anybody on your team does actually walk into the presence of your jammer, that little field that it does make, that means they're invisible to advanced UAVs, which is really weird. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but that is super, super powerful. So the jam is pretty good at the moment. In the wildcard slot, we're going for perk grid because 6 perks, I believe, is more powerful than 5 attachments, but that is of course up to you depending on what you do want to choose here. And then lastly, the perks that we're going for, we want flak jacket because explosives are pretty much everywhere. Everybody's using the war machine and this does help a bit. And then of course forward intel as well. Basically, getting a larger minimap and then finding out where people are spawning is super, super powerful for this particular perk here. In the perk 2 slot, we're going for Gearhead to get more access to basically field upgrades, and then of course Scavenger because running around sprinting everywhere with an SMG, you do need more ammo. And lastly, in the perk 3 slot, we want to be stealthy and silent, of course stay off those UAVs, and then of course not be heard when we are moving around the map. So as for old matey's MP5 class setup that we definitely just stole off the ground and we're like, hey, this is all the attachments and put together in a class setup and I'm claiming it as my own. Basically what we want to start off here is the reinforced heavy barrel, basically giving us an 18% increase to our effective damage range, and of course bullet velocity, meaning those bullets hit the target as fast as possible. This does actually lead to the gun feeling a little bit more normal than you probably would expect. Like, that bullet velocity is such an important stat. Then we move to the underbarrel, of course, and he was running the field agent grip. 6% increase to our vertical recoil control and 20% increase to our horizontal recoil control. Makes it very, very easy for us to hit our shots here. Super important attachment, meaning we are very, very accurate with the MP5. Then of course we want that 40 round speed bags, meaning we have more bullets to fire and of course a very fast reload speed here. Then of course we move to the handle, which was the airborne elastic wrap like on most weapons. The aim down, side speed, flinch resistance, and of course aim while going prone is a super powerful option in this game. Easily the best handle. And of course lastly, in the stock slot, we're going for that Raider stock for that 30% increase to our sprint to fire speed, and then of course a 10% increase to our aim walking movement speed. This basically means we can move around the map very, very quickly and have an excellent time with the MP5 because this thing absolutely shreds people in this game. So of course, as usual, just going to jump into some gameplay here and get on with the MP5. This is an excellent class setup. So if you haven't tried this out or you haven't put this together just yet, make sure you do try it out because it's a lot of fun. Alrighty, of course we are still repping Raid because it's like easily the best map in the game. Fortunately, for those of you who are kind of sick of just playing Raid, they are adding a Crossroads Strike Raid playlist in the next playlist update, which is very, very cool. Like, that's a great combination of maps to go with in this game. Like, those are just probably the 2 best maps. Like, Crossroads Strike is just really, really good. And for the most part, this MP5 class setup is just one of those things that's like really strong in this game. Still, like the MAC-10 and the AK-74, you have unfortunately sort of superseded it. But I mean, it's always good to see competition with these good weapons in this game. I feel like every time I peek up from these stairs, I die. Almost exactly like that. So I'm going to try and not do that. And by that I mean I'm going to go over to the stairs and do it again immediately. But you guys already know how good the MP5 is, man. I should pay more attention to the actual game and less pay attention to talking. Damn it, say again. Again. Oh, man. I gotta concentrate. It's hard to make gameplays sometimes. It's hard to get the right combination between me talking and actually being interesting and me shooting the dudes and actually doing an okay job. But again, I'll come up on these. What is that? What is that? What is the timing there? That's excellent timing. I love it so much. So I want to come around the side here on the left and just sort of peek around and wait for somebody to come to us. Because pushing up through there usually will end up getting you killed. But as I said, with this MP5 class setup, it's just one of those weapons that's always going to be good in this game. It just feels good to use. Like, ooh, chuck that over there and then sort of skedaddle on our way. I don't think anybody else is going to come from this way as they are spawning down there. So I want to show you off the power of these pistols sometimes, man. Like, I've featured them before, but like, you just run around and just go pew pew, and if people get hit by them, well, they're dead. So peek in the middle. Yeah, I don't really want to peek in the middle because I'm probably going to end up dying as a result, like that. But I mean, you got to run around the map somehow. You can't just sit in the middle and do nothing all day. Alright, these people might push up with the pistols, so... Oh boy, that was bad timing. That was a bad time to choose, like, switch your weapons. If you are going to play with the playstyle where you do switch your weapons a lot, switch to your pistols and stuff and go ham on people, Gung-Ho is probably a good option as well. Like, it just fits nicely with the faster weapon switch speed and being able to sort of, like, slide around everywhere and play nice and quickly. Oh, again. Always just caught in the middle. Caught in the middle every time, man. God, people love these stairs almost as much as I love, like, peeking around from that corner there. Like, people love running that way. Just, they love it, man. Almost as much as I love peeking up from those stairs. It's ridiculous. It's like, you know it's going to get yourself killed every time, and yet every time you still do it. No. Come back here. Run. I guessed right there. That was nice. Little bit of tactical awareness. Figured there would have been more boys down here, but it's okay. I think he's next to the van. We've got to be a little bit sneaky here. That's fine. That's fine. We'll take him out. Chuck a jammer down. I know that's going to get destroyed pretty quickly because it's in not a good spot, but if we can just sort of move around this part of the map. This is what I'm talking about, the MP5. Like, sometimes it feels like an absolute pea shooter, and then sometimes it's just like, man, you can just absolutely mow people down with it. It's a little bit strange. It's a little bit strange. There's a guy sitting on top of the statue. See if we can stick him with a Semtex. No, he missed. Pull up the... No, somebody got him. That's good. So they are spawning... Oh... I saw the blue tag over his head, and I figured that was actually his marker for being an ally. Turns out it was not. It was just a tag. Outplayed by own teammate. Nah. We ain't just gonna sit there and take that. Nope. Another one coming in here. Always. You gotta listen for that stuff. You can hear people like mounting stuff and jumping on things, so you gotta listen sometimes. You gotta listen for the boys, man. They will most of the time tell you exactly where they're coming from. We'll have a reload. And we'll push around here again. Always destroy the trophy systems. The trophy system is the most annoying piece of equipment. I hate them so much, man. It's like, hey, I could get a kill with this useful piece of utility that I brought along with me. Nah, banned. You just get taken away from you so quickly. Look at that, man. You just hit easy shots with this thing. It's so good. You're probably not even going to see most of this gameplay because I only want to include the good bits of the gameplay and not the bad bits, but let's just lay down here. Everything is fine. We still copped the L, but we did okay by the end there. That was not too bad. So we're going to have our final thoughts on this class setup in just a second here. So of course, as usual, you know all about the MP5, and in the gameplay, we absolutely shredded people there. This particular MP5 class setup excels at you moving around the map quite quickly, being quite accurate, having a very fast reload speed, and just being able to get into gunfights all the time, and being able to pull up those sights nice and quickly with that fast aim down sight speed. Basically, the MP5 is still one of the best SMGs in the game. People are forgetting about it a fair bit because of the recent rise of the AK-74U, and of course the MAC-10 being added to the game, which is just, oh, what a gun. Anyway, the MP5 is still good. Don't forget to use this gun because it is really, really good in this game. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this one. I do appreciate it, of course. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. As I said, we are looking for 4,000 subscribers by the end of January, which is not too far away, so make sure you do help me get there. Thank you very much for watching this one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!